report. DJ Warren came out of this game okay. Mr. Cabo is better this week than he was last week. Raymond Sanders will practice tomorrow. Dante Rump had a bruised knee and will practice on Wednesday. Koshik Williams had a mid-foot sprain and should be okay. And we'll look at him tomorrow. We probably won't practice until Wednesday. And then Morgan Newton, the doctor checked him out yesterday and today, should be fine. We just thought he couldn't protect himself, didn't have a lot of swelling, but we'll check it out tomorrow and see how he does tomorrow. And with the quarterback situation, we'll, again, like I said, we will compete with those two guys this week, see which guy gives us the best chance to win this game. They both will get reps with the ones and the twos, and we'll find out which one and decide which one we feel like gives us the best chance to win versus Ole Miss. And leading to Ole Miss, good football team. Statistically, we're about the same. If you look at all the statistics, they have inserted a quarterback in the Mackey kid and has begun to move the ball, score points. Had some really good showings the last 4 weeks since he's been inserted. They've averaged about 330 yards since he has been inserted. He's a dual threat quarterback. They got some home run ability with him, with one of their backs, the Bolden kid, and with one of their receivers, the Scott kid, and he's a big-time returner also. So they got some home run ability. They average 27 yards punt return, which is huge. Not sure if we've had 27 yards total all year. So they do have a big time return. They've returned 3. One was called back, earned 3 for a touchdown. One that was on a reverse. So returned 2 versus Georgia in the game, which one of them was called back. So they have some ability to hit some home runs at the receiver position. Now they just added the quarterback. He has the ability also to hit some home runs and also the tailback. Defensively, their linebacker is one of the top tacklers in the league. And then you'll see 2 number 3s. One is the Scott kid on offense, who I just talked about as a receiver, and then another one, number 3, which is a secondary guy, Charles Sawyer. He's a guy that is one of the leading pass defenders in our league. So don't be confused when you see both of those guys. One had dreads, one doesn't. That's how we recognize them. So, any questions? Good. Let's go, Tony.
Talk about such an emotional week going into last week. How do you go back to that well this week?
Well, you just do. That's what you're in this game to play. We still got a chance to have a special season. Still got a chance to reach some of our goals, and you just do. You got to get up every week. Everybody's in this game to play, and when you come to play, you gotta play with emotions, and therefore, you just do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to bring your emotions with you when you're playing this game of football.
Is it hard kind of to keep that team mentality up and their confidence level up as a coach?
It hasn't been. Our guys have showed up every week and went about their business the right way. This is an important week because it gets tougher and tougher every week. Some of you goals start slipping away from you every week now. So we've got to continue to keep them going. But therefore, thus far, it has not been very tough.
Joker, what specific things will you be looking for between the 2 quarterbacks to make the decision for best
Who
one?
can get us in the end zone? Who we feel like can get us in the end zone? Who is better prepared to execute the game plan that we put in?
Will you put in more, or will Max be expected to know more of the playbook this week?
Yes, Max got the thing we have to do is make sure that he's able to protect himself, okay, with Morgan being gimpy, if he's the guy, if Max is the guy, with Morgan being gimpy, you know, you have to, you know, worry about him going down also. And so therefore, he's got to understand how to protect himself within the protections, understand when to run the ball and get up underneath tacklers, all those things, when to throw the ball away, all those things that he needs to know this week. And it starts with the protection, him protecting himself. That's the thing that we got to get him up to speed. Because last week he took some unnecessary shots that he didn't have to take if he changed the protection, you know, from one side to the other.
Joe, you said back in the spring that when we were referring to Matt Smith's work habits and whatever, you talked about how cerebral he was about the game, how much he worked in the weight room and the film room and all that. And I just wonder if that still holds true.
Yeah, you know, obviously when you know, you're not expected to be the #1 guy all the time. Sometimes you don't. Don't always keep that same intensity up. But he's definitely a guy that, you know, spends a lot of time. You know, we give him DVDs. He takes them home, studies them. So he's not always over at our place as much as he was this summer. But he doesn't have that type of time. You know, he's got schoolwork and all those other things, and he's an excellent student also. So he does a lot of it away from our place, but the intensity level is not as intense as it was in the summer because, you know, I mean, it's just human nature. He hasn't been the starter, and I think that'll change here in this week. And you know, because, you know, a lot of times when you don't play, you think you know more than you really know. You know, and then once you get out there, you realize you don't know as much as you thought you knew, and it's easy to sit in the film room and say, I should rip this protection or Liz this protection, and then you get on the field, and his first snap was one of those similar snaps to he didn't know what was going on. So it just came from him. He just got in the fetal position, went down, you know. So, but I think it definitely helped. That he got a chance to play. He's always got a chance to come back and watch the film and see the mistakes that he made, see how he can protect himself and how he can make it easier on himself. I think that definitely helps because, again, you from the sideline, and you think you know more than, you know, all those guys that are backups think, oh, it's so easy. I would have did this. I would have did that. Once you get in the game, it becomes real fast and becomes real difficult. You realize quickly that I don't know as much as I thought I knew.